Oh, looks like I have a box at the door. Let's see what it is. It's a pretty big box, but it doesn't have any kind of address on it. Well, I don't know. I don't remember ordering anything. But let's see what it is. All right, now that we're settled, let's open it up. I wonder what this is. I didn't order a doll. My first Barbie. Oh, I had heard about these. They're 14 inches tall. They're supposed to be for smaller kids so that they're bigger and easier to handle. And supposed to have their fingers all together so that it's easier to change their clothing. Oh, look. And they're flexible. Oh, wow. They have those click joints, just like the old Barbies. Huh. Let's open this up. Well, it's pretty much all cardboard packaging. Yeah, so that's trying to be environmentally friendly. And just a couple of straps I had to undo. And let's see, how's this head come off? It's the usual, the nylon staples into the head. I wish they'd come up with a solution for that. You know, because this is not a good thing to have to do, is to use a knife or scissors. It's not really kid friendly to have to cut this or yank it so hard that you damage the hair, and then you have these little plastic nylon pieces sticking out of the back of the head. Sometimes you can clip them close, or you can push them into the head. But in any case, well, whoever sent this to me, it was awfully nice. Wow, I wanted to see what these were like. Alright, so the head doesn't turn in all directions as far as up and down, but it does go swivels left and right. It's got good shoulder articulation. What I like is that the shoulder articulates and the arm bends. You don't even get that on the Barbies today, you know, unless they have a full joint. But if you get like your $10, $11 Barbie, the arms are stuck in one position. You have hips that move all around. And then you have, a much better click joint than on the old Barbie. You can get a lot more bend out of that. Let's see. And she doesn't twist, right? No twisting, but that's all right. Oh, pretty cool. All right, let's see what else she has accessory-wise. Well, all right, she needs shoes, so she has shoes. I can just rip those out. All right, and here she is with her high heel boots. Pretty cool. Let's see if she'll stand up. Maybe not. Let's see. Precarious. I wish she came with a doll stand. It's pretty heavy because of this rubber. And she has a hairbrush. And I can tell you this. Getting the hairbrush out of this, it was stuck so in there, I had to use scissors to cut it, and that was annoying, and just trying to get it. So they could do a better job. I think they could just strap in, use less plastic, and then just use a couple of bands to hold the hairbrush in. I've seen that done on other dolls. But anyhow, all right, the hairbrush works all right. I'm always amazed at how the hairbrushes actually do brush their hair. I think it might be a static electricity effect with the plastic on plastic. And she has a visor. So she's going out in the sun, protect her eyes. And she's got a little friend, like I guess that's a dog, a little blue dog. All right, she can hold the dog with her. But let's see, actually, before I get to the next thing, let's see, it tells you it has a soft touch body. Yes, it does. And they show you that there's 4 different Barbies you can get. You have Asian, Hispanic looking, which is what I got, and blonde Barbie, African American Barbie, and I got, well, the blonde Barbie actually wasn't there, but the other 3 were, and I chose this Barbie because I like the Asian one too. I like all of them, but I thought that if I touch it a lot, the Asian one has very light skin. It's going to get dirty, but I probably will end up getting all of them eventually. It's pretty neat. So the original Barbie size is 11.5, and these are 13.5 inches, or let's see, we've got 29.21 centimeters or 34.29 centimeters for people that makes sense with. And all right, so now what I want to show you is how this Barbie reminds me of some other Barbies that I have. All right, so when I used to get Barbies a long time ago, I didn't get very many of them. I wanted to get Barbies that were unusual or special in some way. And the first thing this reminds me of is the old Barbies from, maybe the early 90s, 70s. And I have one over here, actually, one of the older ones, and here she is. And, the faces, actually this one's pretty detailed, but they weren't as detailed as they are today. Now, her arms are a little bit flexible. They're not a hard plastic, so you can see I can bend it some. It does have the shoulder articulation, and she has the hip articulation, and she has the click knee joints. But you can see the difference. My first Barbie, look at how much more they allow it to bend. So that's really neat. And just having that bending in the arms. Now I hope that, it doesn't break. I hope it lasts a long time. This Barbie is pretty old, and you can usually see the date on the back of the head. It'll have the date. Let's see, Mattel. And can I read it? Okay, so this Barbie is from 1998. All right, so in 98, they still had those kind of bodies. And now, it's just, you can get fully articulated Barbies, as I've shown you before, like the yoga Barbies and some of the more expensive ones. Barbie in a wheelchair had a lot of articulation, full articulation, and or Ken, also in a wheelchair, full articulation. And if you get any of the Barbie extra dolls, they don't have the full articulation, but they have more articulation. Full articulation I would define as having the wrists, the double elbows, the double knees, and ankles too. Some of the yoga Barbies have ankles that move. So, this is the first thing that comes to mind, right? With my first Barbie, the way that it has the knee joints. But there's another one that also it reminds me of, because they made it softer. And now the body is it's like a rubber, and it's softer. It's not hard plastic. It's not soft, but you can definitely squeeze it. It has a little bit of squeeze to it. But what I got, again, unusual. I remember getting this at Toys R Us. It was clearance, and it was on the bottom shelf. And I'm like, well, that's neat. This is a huggable Princess Barbie, and it's very squeezable. And the arms are very soft and movable. Now, they don't have any click joints, right? They don't stay in place. But she does have shoulder joints, so she can at least take her arm straight up and keep it there. It doesn't go outward too much, and her head turns. And her legs are also, they're not, now this is very soft. This is, the body here is very squeezable. And this is actually like a stuffed, teddy bear or something, like very, plushy. The legs are a soft rubber, and you can see that you can bend them. Again, they don't have a click joint. Her shoes don't come off. But this is, a huggable Barbie. And, I remember seeing the box. It was like a little girl hugging the Barbie in her bed. So, she felt like it was soft. So, again, sort of the same idea. This is, for younger kids. It's bigger, easier to manipulate and move around, and they wanted to make it softer. Well, I have another Barbie that is also very different. This one here is these were gymnast Barbies. There are two of them. There's one that's African American and one that's blonde. I have both, but being that the other Barbies were blonde, I just figured I'd get the blonde one. Now, her whole body is silicone, and you can bend it. It's got the wire inside, and I try not to bend it too much because those wires tend to break if you do it a lot. So it's sort of like Gumby. If any of you have ever seen those Gumbies, they have a wire inside, and if you play with it a lot, it breaks, and then you can't bend it anymore. It just kind of stays inside. And her legs too. You can bend them and keep them in place, and her thighs, and her body is also silicone. The whole body is just silicone, and it's just shaped silicone, and it's squeezable. And now her legs are a little firmer. Her body gets softer about right on the upper thigh, and then it's just softer all the way up. And then through here, let's see, the torso is softer, and then it gets hard again on the arms. But not real hard, so it's still softer. So I just wanted to show you that, this is kind of a culmination of all these things together, right? Designed for a younger kid to be, hugged and easy to manipulate, easy to change the clothes. In fact, if you'll notice, similar hand design, but you see how the thumb, the reason the thumb is together so it slips on and off the clothes, the thumb doesn't get stuck on the clothes. That's one of the things they wanted to avoid, that little kids might have a hard time getting the clothes on, they get stuck on the thumb. So, but, and then you have your click joints, and really good click joints. In fact, I wish regular action figures were made like this, Marvel action figures or DC. I think it would be really great to have some of those action figures with no seams and just a little bit of a click joint. And, maybe they could work on making those click joints a little bit better. But anyway, whoever sent this to me, I'm really appreciative of it. I mean, it's very kind of someone to just send this. I don't know, what they want in return. I don't know if I did something nice for somebody, if I'm supposed to, I'd like to reciprocate. I mean, somebody doing something nice and you can't give back. I kind of feel a little guilty, I hope it doesn't eat at me too much. Well, anyway, there you are. Not my first Barbie, but somebody's first Barbie. And it could be your first Barbie. Thanks for watching. GL-1 out.
See? I knew it. He's feeling guilty. He's a Sith. Ha 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 ha. I'm killing him with kindness.